We're off. Testing, testing. 1, 2.
Microphone check.
It's hard to tell whether it works or not, isn't it? Should I
clap?
I can't.
Don't do it.
My weakness.
Just cheers your beer with. Hi guys, Jamie here from Riot, and I am here with Alex and Connor from Decade, and also we're kind of gatecrashing and Wallflower and two with Upset as well. So say hi, Charlie and Will.
Hello. Hi, Charlie and Will. You set me up for that.
Classic.
Really, didn't you? Classic.
Oh.
I'm gonna crack open a cold one with the boys.
One hand.
Cheers. Boom.
He's done that before.
Look at this synergy.
We should be pals. Synergy.
So both of your bands just played. You played one after the other. You guys on the main stage and you guys on the new stage. Caught both of your sets, ran from one stage to the other, and you were both excellent.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy your sets?
I did very much.
It's fucking warm before the sun was properly out.
It was a bit warm. It's the first set I've ever played wearing sunglasses, and I didn't know whether I should, but then I did.
You had very strong Liam Gallagher vibes in the best way. Like young Liam, not Liam now.
You're like the third person today to say that. And all I will say.
You can see his head swelling.
No. All I will say is, I actually play my tambourine.
Whoa, here he is.
You can actually sing.
Hey, he can sing.
No, he can't.
I'm not calling out the boy. I'm just saying.
Does Liam watch Starter Riot? Do you know if Liam watches?
I don't know for sure,
I'm scared. Like,
but
I don't want Liam.
I am from Manchester, so I'm gonna say yes.
Basically know him.
He doesn't live there though.
You know him, right?
He doesn't live there. He hasn't lived there for 20 years.
Neighbours, mate.
He lives in Notting Hill.
Ooh.
The posh bastard. He's like the Beatles, like, oh, we just wanted to get out of Liverpool as soon as we could.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him as someone from Merseyside. But anyway, enough about the Beatles and Oasis. Here to talk about Decade. And you also toured with Wallflower earlier this year on your headline run.
We did. It was.
Did you have a great time? You don't have to say yes just because they're sat here.
We couldn't. Afterwards, we were tweeting them for ages, like, guys, and they were just like ignoring us and shit.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's true.
guys,
Just such a cool
how are
band.
you? How are things since tour? And they were just like, nah.
They're a difficult band to play afterwards because it's so good every time. Like, it was so damn us
It's
for
true.
taking them on
You
tour
guys
with
are
us.
damn
Really,
great.
like really bad
Goddamn
choice
great.
taking them on tour with us.
You had a buffer though. Was it Big
Yeah, we
Spring?
had Big Spring in between us,
who
who
were
were
also
equally
fucking great as well. Like
And
we
then
had
it was like-
no chance.
Yeah, are they playing today or tomorrow?
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
They're the other band that were on that tour, and
Nice.
that tour was just insane. Like,
It's like a little reunion.
This is basically part of the tour, I think. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
we had a couple of
like
updates.
3 months later.
Or so.
Yeah.
Bit of time to grow our hair and you know.
Yeah.
Or cut your hair. Nice. That's always in support of your second album, Pleasantries, which came out earlier this year. Fantastic album.
It's really good.
Thank
It's
you, man.
really good. It is really good.
Oh, cheers, boy.
It's first album for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Luck was 2013.
14.
It was January 2014, so a lot of
Right.
people confuse it with 2013. But
Thanks.
in truth, we
Recovering
wrote,
from it.
Yeah, we wrote quite a few songs from Good Luck in 2012. Like, so it had been in the works for a long time. So it took a while.
Is it good to get like back? You're basically back now.
Well, it's yes and no, because the reason they took a massive gap is because Connor actually learned how to be a skydiving instructor. and Alex here, martial arts.
Yeah.
Black belt.
Yeah, it's
Every
true.
martial arts black belt.
Watch out for the
I've got
next
all of the
Decade
belts, but
video.
the black one's my favourite.
Mid-air martial
All of the
arts.
belts.
Yeah, I do naked skydiving because I just like the flap. Like,
Sometimes I wear all my belts in one go, like a big belt suit.
That's why he has to wear the dark glasses, because he's a wanted man. he's like by Chuck Norris. Chuck is looking for him.
His hands are lethal weapons.
Chuck, if you're listening, I'm ready.
yeah. So now we've got fucking Chuck Norris coming after us, Liam Gallagher coming after us. I'm not feeling good about this.
I don't think any of them are going to watch it, to be fair.
Don't put yourself down, man. Like you said, you're from Manchester. All eyes on Manchester.
Let's
all
be
the
honest.
time.
Decade should be like, well, getting them fan base. Get him in. Get him in.
Get those Chuck Norris fans in.
Truth. That is true.
Sweep them up.
Well, to that end, you're touring with Deaf Havana later this year.
Yeah,
You're looking forward to that. It's going to be big stages, right?
It's going to be good. We're playing Comedia in Bath, which is like one of the bigger venues in Bath that we've never played, and it's like a decent venue too. So I'm actually really looking forward to
Your
playing.
hometown.
Hometown show, yeah, it'd be great. It's gonna be a really good tour. Those guys are a lot of fun. They came out to to see us. I don't think they'd really listen to us until they came to see us in Gothenburg. We were out on tour with Counterfeit earlier this year, and they were on a day off on their tour in Europe, and they were just having a layover, and they just decided to come out to the show, and they saw us, and then we just started drinking beers with them at the bar afterwards, and they just are the nicest guys, and turns out they really like us, which is like the most surreal thing. Like,
and they also like the Ricky Gervais version of The Office, which is like our favorite thing. Like every time we go on tour, we'll buy a box set of The Office, we'll lose it, and then we'll buy another one.
It's true.
The next time
there's
we
a
go on
Vans
tour.
Vans for Bands. If you're watching, that in every single one of your vans there are 2 seasons of The Office.
Potentially the Christmas special as well, depending on which
every
box
band
set.
that tours with Vans for Bands, you're welcome.
Have a look around on the top shelves. Like they're quite hard to get to, but
Do you like Partridge as well?
Yeah, we're into a bit of Partridge. I don't think it's not a band. We don't do the band.
we don't quote Partridge.
Yeah.
We quote Gervais generally.
Would you ever do that thing that a lot of pop punk bands do, that throw like a bit of a sample in from The
Wouldn't
Office?
have thought so.
Wait, you wouldn't have thought so. That's Gervais, yeah. No, I think we're kind of past doing like putting samples into tracks now. Like we quite enjoyed doing that at the time, but I think where our music is going now, it's like, I don't know, like we can't.
I was gonna say, do you think that Pleasantries is a move on from that kind of pop punk sound?
Yeah,
like it's definitely more of a rock album.
Totally. We've already started writing the 3rd album, and it's completely different from Pleasantries again. So yeah, it's going even more
It's
into
going a bit further away. I mean, we love pop music, and we love punk music, and we love everything in between, and we love rock music on the whole. And like it just felt like since the dawn of like the MySpace age, like everyone had to have their genre down to a T, and you had to be really like refined to that pigeonhole, and it was like post this and pop that and new this and new that. We just want to be a rock and roll band and just like make whatever comes along.
Go on, Liam's definitely coming for you now.
Dude, when we started our band, we set our genre on MySpace as Core Blimey.
Core blimey.
That's the most British thing ever.
We wanted to be different since day one.
Yeah. We did definitely like put ourselves in that pop punk world, and it's been
That's
like
what we wanted to do at the time, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
So-
and it's been a bit difficult to sort of once you make your name for yourself, and people hear your name and they go, oh, that's Decade, they're a whatever band, and then they hear you've released a new record. A lot of them will be very quick to go, well, I know what they do, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
But that's not how bands should be. Bands should, bands grow and evolve and change just as we do. Like I said, 2012 we wrote most of Good Luck, and that was what? I mean, how old were you in 2012?
30. In 2012, I was like 22.
I was barely out of
I was
college.
22. I was 22.
Like
You were like 16.
yeah.
17.
I was still super young, and like I was still full of like that teenage angst and stuff, and like still wanted to make lots of noise and really fast drum beats and like
But now you just want to make loads of money.
I mean, he said it.
Right, mate, there's only so long you can tour on a splitter, like.
Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, come on.
It still exists within me because that's where I come from. But now like that angst, teenage angst, has now turned into like real adult misery, and like life is tough. And I don't. Some days if you get home from work and you've had a super shitty day and you've fallen out with the person you love, or you're having a rough time, or someone in your family's suffering, or you're having a bad time, you don't want to flip on a pop punk tune. And like I love pop punk, I always will do, but it's not what encompasses like what I want to do.
And you'll just say like, you think your life is bad, mate, to the pop punk guy. You're like,
like
you don't even know. You don't even know, man.
And that's not to say that pop punk can't be emotional and touch on some really important stuff, because it can. Every kind of music can be about anything.
Everyone has their shit.
But
anyway,
I don't think we want to like subscribe ourselves to one particular movement.
I don't think any band wants to pigeonhole themselves and
No.
say we are a pop band, we are a rock band. Genre's just for iTunes and stuff. It's irrelevant when it comes to writing songs.
It's for the media as well to go, just so they can recommend you to people. But like,
and
it's
it
not
does
like
make sense. It does make sense because you need to know, like, will I like it? But generally, if you like acoustic music, where it's got a real guitar and a real drum kit, if you like it, well, chances are you'll probably like what we do, because it's real music. And that's not to take anything away from electronic music either, because I love that too. But
I know where you're coming from.
real's real. Real's real.
Well, you see a band like Boston Manor doing the same. Like they were kind of pigeonholed as a pop punk band, and then their album
They're not,
very
though.
much
They're
doesn't.
not,
No,
man. They're not.
and it's much more. It's not generic
There's
at
more
all.
layers
It's
to it.
that album's so fucking good. Like that
Admittedly,
Be Nothing
I'd
album.
never seen them live, and I watched them at Slam Dunk, and like the energy in the room was insane. Like they were so tight, and I was just like fucking fair play.
The thing is about these bands like Boston Manor and ourselves and various others who will be called pop punk and just exclusively pop punk is, I mean, they're all sort of like, I mean, I'm sure all of these bands are sort of in their 20s at the moment, and find me someone in their 20s that when they were growing up didn't relate to a Blink-182 song or a NoFX song or a Green Day song or a Sum 41 song or a Newfound Glory song. Everyone enjoyed at least one pop punk tune, and it rubs off on you, as you grow up and become a musician. So it's bound to be there in the music. You're gonna hear that twang, that twinge, posh twinge. But it doesn't mean you are exclusively that. You're allowed to hear one thing in a verse and then hear another thing in the chorus and go, wow.
It's subjective anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
I feel like you guys spoke about slam dunk. I feel like you got a much better deal this time. Last time you clashed with Trophy Eyes, Sorority Noise, and Casey, 3 excellent bands. And I think I saw Joe, and he still said there was still like a really good crowd for you, which is great.
Man.
But
we were like
I wanted to see you guys, but I knew I was gonna see. I'd seen you before. I knew I was gonna see you again, and it was like Trophy Eyes were over. But today I got to see a whole set. You were on the main stage. You clashed with one band who was like much smaller than you guys. So it was great. It was good to see you guys get a fair shout.
The main stage was really surreal today. Like it's just
big stage.
Yeah, and playing outdoors is always like something in its own right. You know, it's daytime. You're outdoors. You don't do that often, and it's like I don't know. It's just really fun. Really fun.
What was
You
great
sounded-
for us as well was hearing them play while we were setting up.
Yeah.
You were sound checking our song, weren't you?
We were sounding playing along. We're like, I know this one because we've been on tour. I've heard it a lot.
We only use about 4 chords anyway.
We guess it, But it was a weird experience to like hear it but not be able to see it.
Yeah. And then as soon as we turned our guitars and
We
stuff
could
off,
hear you
we
guys
could hear them playing.
I was
So
literally singing along as I was loading off the stage.
it was brilliant. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, you guys both sounded great. I gotta say, you guys, your harmonies were fucking incredible, both you guys. So good. You nailed it. Hey!
Hang on, I heard there was a joint interview. I just wanted to.
Vinny's joining in.
I just wanted to say that Decade are a great band, and I appreciate them as people as well.
This is really wholesome. I feel like you might need to come this way a bit though.
Even going to be in the frame right now.
It's really wholesome.
I
I really enjoy this Decade Wallflower interview. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
well, thanks for having me, and them as well.
I am Wallflower.
I am the Wallflower.
I am the Wallflower. Vinny and the Wallflowers.
I'm joking, sorry. And Jake.
Yeah, Jake's just sat. Do you want to come in, Jake? Do you want to come and join us?
And
You might as well.
Let's all give a round of
Complete the
applause
set.
for Jamie. Jamie, yeah, Jamie.
Thanks, guys.
I said to Jamie last night, you can be our 4th, and I've sold the 5th. You can be our 6th.
We're like really posh.
What was this interview about? What did you
No.
We're like really posh Odd Future, aren't we? Odd Future from fucking Oxford or something.
Right, I like that.
Quite normal future.
Bizarre Future.
Normal Future.
Slightly off.
Please do a set of Odd Future covers somewhere and just call yourselves Normal Future.
Normal Future. Basic Future.
Sick. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks to Decade and Wallflower for being here. Thanks for Wallflower for crashing the video. Both great bands. Check them out. Check out Pleasantries and Wallflower's upcoming EP, Where It Fell Apart.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, blah, blah, blah. Goodbye. See you later. Bye. Sick. Thanks so much, guys. That was fucking sick.
Thank you, man. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Shake my long hand.
I couldn't see it.